Good day, gentlemen. I wanted to take a moment and create a video that is both educational and may be useful for you during our COVID outbreak, pandemic. Something that you may be interested in doing to help your families get through this time. I'm not a doctor. I can't create a vaccine, but I was thinking of what can I do? And we as HVAC professionals need to be knowledgeable concerning indoor air quality, or IAQ. So what I've decided I can do to help and teach you about indoor air quality at the same time, improve on our understanding, is to share with you the EPA's publication from their website that describes what constitutes indoor air quality, healthy levels, unhealthy levels, and just to make you aware that during this pandemic, as we're encouraged to practice social distancing and limit our exposure to large crowds, we're going to be inside our homes. We're going to be inside our homes more than typically, thereby increasing the degradation of our indoor air quality. The more we're there, the more toxins, the pollutants, the less fresh air as we consume it, the more our indoor air quality needs to be addressed, and the worse it becomes. So, a couple little things. I think we should create our own air cleaners. If it's a concern of yours, I'm going to help you do that in this video. And I want to introduce to you a little bit of information. I'll send a link to the article, the EPA article. Here you see an illustration of particulate matter. 2.5 microns is what the EPA recognizes will do harm to your health. And this illustration shows if 2.5 PMs, or particulate matter, were set side by side with human hair or the finest grain of sand, this would be what it looks like sitting on a piece of hair. You can't see it. It's not visible to the naked eye. If this is your human hair, this is your, for example, a grain of sand is 90 PM. Human hair is 50 to 70 PM. And what can cause damage, respiratory infections, bacterial, viral, is 2.5 PM. So to kind of illustrate that. So let's get into this video. I'm going to talk a little bit about different indoor air quality methods, EPA regulations, EPA suggestions, and how you can create your own do-it-yourself air cleaner without spending a ton of money. Here we have a resource straight from the EPA website describing different types of indoor air quality treatments, fibrous filter media, electrostatic precipitation, ionizers. We just did a lesson on ionizers, and ultraviolet UV lamps. My niece has an immune deficiency. I installed one of these on her air system. And absorbent media. That sounds fine and dandy. Let's simplify this a little bit. Air purification ionizers you can buy online. These are the filters you typically see. Any type of filter you buy at Walmart, Lowe's, what 99% of people have in their system. Absorbent media, typically activated carbon. That's code for charcoal. Forgive my squiggly lines, I'm not very good at that, but in this chart you have a description of the advantages of each and the disadvantages of each. And again, another reminder, this is my note. They recommend, they being the EPA, MERV 13. MERV just refers to the rating system that decides or describes how dense it is. It's ASHRAE standard 52.2 develops the MERV rating, how thick or dense and how small particulates it can remove from the air. However, I agree with their rationale that you need a MERV 13. Unfortunately, the majority of systems in our area, and all of this country at least, cannot handle MERV 13. Their supply and return duct are too small. So you can damage the system, create too much static pressure. Anything that moves is going to stress out. It'll overamp. You won't get the airflow that the system requires. You lose your heating capacity, your cooling capacity, you lose your efficiency rating. For a plethora of reasons, you cannot go above a MERV 11 without checking the static pressure. The way you would do that, you would put a MERV 13, MERV 16, whatever filter in your return duct. Check your static pressures and make sure that the total static's not above 0.5 inches of water column. I don't know how many people can do that at home, so a good rule of thumb is do not go above a MERV 11 unless you are going to do some site testing. So our normal filter here, we want to keep at a MERV 11. So how can we create better air purification in our homes without spending a fortune, without having a professional come out and redo our ductwork? I'm talking thousands of dollars. One, we can do it yourself. We can create a do-it-yourself air cleaner with as high a MERV rating as we like. We could also purchase on Amazon some UV lamps, and you can purchase charcoal filters. The combination of these three would provide inexpensive options, or the use of just a do-it-yourself air cleaner. So let's talk a little bit more about that. Okay, to create a do-it-yourself box fan air cleaner, you want to go buy a 4-inch wide filter that is at least MERV 13. Okay, now we've talked about this. If it's anything above MERV 11, you don't want to put it into your system without doing a static pressure test, because it can cause damage to your compressor, your blower motor, and your unit's ability to heat or cool. So by creating this do-it-yourself air cleaner, you don't have to worry about that. You can buy the nicest, most restrictive filter there is. Buy a box fan that fits the same dimensions approximately as the filter, and you want to place the filter against the return, the equivalent of the return side, where it's drawing air in. As air draws in through the filter, it'll capture the particulates, clean the air, and allow clean air to be expelled out the other side. So set it in a centrally located central location in your house, preferably near a return, so your central vac system can reap the benefits more quickly, and you can get the clean air introduced into the central air that is cycling through your house.